Hello, sir.
So, I forgot to mention the last couple of weeks with the passing of my mom. One benefit is I got brother eBay's junk boxes.
Hey, all right, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, look at that.
Now
That's a
these are.
legit cardboard box full.
Oh yeah, I got to go through these. There's some like action-packed, really nice raised cards. These came in really nice sets that my brother is clearly taking really good care of.
They're
And
scattered in a box.
But he does have a bunch of these these digital replays cards, and there's actually a cover I don't have on this one. And they came.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, damn it! And I'm dropping everything.
Did you just drop it on the floor? You dropped it right on the floor,
I
right out
dropped
of
it
the
on
case.
floor. So luckily, my dog was sleeping in his Minky Couture blanket, and it dropped on that.
Of course.
No damage. They came in these like CD style cases, though. They were one card per pack, and they were kind of cool. What was cool about these? They were the hologram. They were a transparent hologram. I'm gonna try and take it out of this strip protection.
Yeah, throw that one on the floor again too, if you don't mind.
I will. But you can see it actually shows quite a bit of action as you move it. The idea being that you see a little bit of a clip of them in action.
Yeah, that's cool. It's
Jim Harbaugh. There, I believe, is at least one with your name on it. So that'll be coming your way.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then, hold on one second.
He always does this.
Now, this is a little bit of eBay history. This is eBay family history. This is the original eBay Children junk box.
So you're showing like a Tupperware full of cards.
Yep.
For those podcast audio.
Yep. Green. It's kind of gross at this point. We've had this since we were like 10 or 8. Joshua had the green one. I had a blue one. That was always our favorite colors. And if you open this up, we got some Nico Mannion, but we've got some interesting cards here that kind of make me realize he doesn't care about any of the cards I've ever given him.
Oh, look at that Heart Foundation. Yeah. Little fractal there from Revolution. Yeah.
We got a Nico Mannion. I think
is that a Stockton Beam team up there in the front? I don't know.
Yeah. There may be a Shaq rookie insert in here. But you know what? These Shaq cards he has, I'm going to have to be real careful. Yeah. These are the worst one touches. Remember the click ones?
Oh, yeah.
And they would just damage the hell out of your cards. So
yeah, you can clip a corner right off there. No problem.
We're going to have to find out. Some interesting Dan Marino die cut with the screw top loader.
Classic. No one's getting in there but you, because you have the one and only screwdriver.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'll let you know when we find the card that's going to pay for my second house up north in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. There's an Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go.
Hello, Pack-a-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
They don't have hot water up here, so I don't have tea.
That's a problem. Well, but what's not a problem is tonight's content. I hope you're settled in. I hope you have your fuzzy socks on. We're going to go a long time tonight. Come on, man. That's what she said. We're going to be covering all sorts of stuff. I did a PSA sub at our local card shop. Chad had some big mail days. We're going to be talking card shows for the summer.
Yes.
It's that time to decide on the premier card shop for 2026, where you may catch your boys from the Pack to the Future podcast.
Hopefully.
But before we dive into all that, Chad, do we have any show announcements?
Oh, yes, sir, indeed. We got a number of things to promote. But first of all, I want to highlight our other shows. So Card Talk with Mrs. Doc, where we highlight each and every important new release that Sarah sends over to Ricky and I, and we're like, yeah, no, we're not covering that. But the ones that get through, we will highlight that on podcast and on the YouTubes each and every Wednesday. So we're bringing that back to life, which is a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoy that. We have Sunday night's main event, which is a live YouTube show, also on the podcast form, about wrestling, wrestling cards, nostalgia, and everything fun that you could ever imagine could be involved with wrestling cards. I dare say I'm a little biased. I think this is the premier wrestling card podcast that exists, and that is live each and every Sunday night on the YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we want each of you to join us for that. All right.
It has reinvigorated my love of wrestling. If you're not joining us on Sunday nights, like, that's where we are truly happy. Our soul is sucked dry by Thursday night, but by Sunday, baby, we're rejuvenated, and we're talking all things nostalgia, all things wrestling. I'm telling you, even if you don't like wrestling, check us out. You will enjoy the show.
And our text thread, I don't want to go too deep into this because we got a packed show. Our text thread about things that are going to be coming up, especially on video form of this show, you're just not going to want to miss it. This show's just getting started. So enjoy.
Yep.
Okay. So we do have more announcements. I want to remind people of our website, pttfpodcast.com. From there, you can do many things. What types of things, you may ask? Well, let me tell you and let me show you. So over on our website, you can get direct links to our podcast show. You can watch our YouTubes from there as well. You can see a calendar to card shows. And then you can also get yourself some nice little discounts for all of your card collecting needs. And the most important, as you can see here on the screen, and those of you who are longtime listeners know that you can get discounts from Zion cases, BCW supplies, Prezza cards, but also we want to remind people that we have affiliate links through both Fanatics and eBay. So each and every time you are even thinking of buying at one of those sites, stop over to our website first, click the sponsor and affiliate links tab in the upper right-hand corner that's highlighted in orange. Click on the link, shop as planned, and everything that you then go on to win or purchase in the next 24 hours is at no extra charge for you, but the show gets a small commission in the process. And then we, as a thank you, read your cards and show them on the air, and also try to give away money at the end of each and every month, which happens to be right now.
Yeah, buddy.
So a little bit of carryover. It's always hard whenever the end of the month doesn't fall directly on show day. So what we're going to do today is two things. We're going to show the winners from last week, and we're going to do that now.
Oh.
Or the people who used the transaction from last week. Ricky, we had, I think, over 20 entries from last week. How about that?
Dude, our listeners are incredible. 11 out of 10.
So good.
This is my favorite part, to see what they are purchasing as well.
This one stood out to me and certainly hit home. 93-94 Topps Finest Tony Kukoc Refractor. You remember that set?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good
set
stuff.
Of note.
What else we got here? Skylar Diggins from the Seattle Storm. A couple of her cards highlight this list. We've got a Mike Moustakas Triple Threads. Ruby Patch 101. That's a big card there.
That's a big boy. That's huge.
God, good Lord. We got some Topps Finest Dennis Rodman Refractor. We have Topps Mystery Finest Patrick Ewing. Do you remember the Mystery Finest?
Yes.
Those were pretty cool. At least in football, the ones I'm remembering had like a black film over the top, and you wouldn't know unless you peeled it off.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
I would love to see that Topps Finest Rodman. I bet that's really cool looking.
I bet that's cool as well. Boy, we had a bunch of Patrick Ewing this week. Someone really went hard with the Beam Team, 93-94 Beam Team, the Mystery Finest. Oh, yeah, that's some good 90s pickups right there.
Yeah. He and I share a birthday, you know, a lot of legends born on that day.
Yeah, starting with you.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Ricky. So we are going to put each and every one of those purchases into a randomizer. And Ricky, what I need from you is to know how many times we're going to randomize the weekly winner so that we can get ourselves over to the monthly prize to see who's going to take away, hopefully, the $25 gift card. So, Ricky, how many times are we running this thing?
Well, last week we teased a bet between you and I.
Oh, that's right.
And there was a magic number related to that bet. So in order to highlight and further tease the bet, we're going to go for the big 5050, baby. We're going for.
I thought you were serious. You serious, Clark? Okay, there's one.
There we go.
There's two. There's three. If we would have done it three times, it would have been Coup Coach. I wonder if that's Coup Coach Jeff.
That is our boy, Coup Coach Jeff.
All right. Well, here we go. You ready for number 4?
You know, yes, but here's the debate when you want to find out, is this Coup Coach Jeff or not? Is on one hand, I got to say it's Coup Coach Jeff, because who's buying Coup Coach? I mean, people are, but it's usually Coup Coach.
But who's really buying Coup Coach?
But at the same time, because it's Coup Coach Jeff all the time, how does he not have this card already? And
Which
so
kind of makes a fellow wonder.
So why would it be Coup Coach Jeff? There lies the mystery. Number 4. Hit us with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Patrick Ewing. How about this? 96-97 Topps Mystery Finest Bordered Refractor Patrick Ewing. Card number M17.
You got to get us a photo of that one. You've got to send us a photo of that one.
Yeah, send it over to us. For sure. So, Ricky, what we have now is that entry joins the 4 others. And here's what I have. Ricky, I'm a little worried that maybe I don't have these accurate. So what I think happened is the first week of March, we had Kenny Benson as the winner, and then Detroit Mike, Dr. Kevin Cormier, and then Detroit Mike again. I think that's what we had.
I do too.
Okay, just in case that's wrong, I'm going to put Detroit Mike number 1 and number 2, just in case I screwed that up. Okay. So now this is for the $25 eBay gift card if you so choose to claim the prize. Now, of course, you could always defer.
Don't defer.
Please don't.
But you can, but don't.
But don't do it. There's only one person who's deferred.
You legally can, but please don't do that. Why would
it
you
is in our bylaws. You can see it over on the website, pttfpodcast.com. If you go through our bylaws, you can find that. But
don't do it.
Don't do it. Ricky, how many times are we running this?
5.
1, 2. Boy, Patrick Ewing's been up there twice for the first 2.
It's a problem.
Number 3 would be Kenny.
Our boy.
Number 4 is Detroit Mike.
Come on, Detroit Mike. Now, please let Detroit Mike 2 be the winner. Please let him be the winner. You will not sleep for a week.
Hey,
Kenny Benson.
It's Kenny Benson. All right. Congratulations, Kenny. I think he might be in the chat here tonight. So, Kenny, I am pretty certain you're a weekly winner. And
he certainly earns it, like week to week.
Yes. Yes.
He is easily our most loyal when it comes to this program, or one of.
We certainly appreciate each and every person who utilizes this. I will say, as the last Pete is part of an announcement, I do get people who question whether or not you have to be logged in to eBay first before you use the link. The answer is yes. I also ask if you can utilize the link after you have won a card, but before you check out. And the answer is no. It's got to be before you win or purchase the card. But thanks to everyone who uses it. Kenny, let us know what you want to do, and we will we'll get you set up a little something.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, a couple more updates. We had a Pack to the Future podcast listener NCAA tournament bracket challenge. I think you participated in it. Work blindsided me, and I didn't participate in any brackets. It was a miserable March Madness time for me. But so I'm super jealous of those that got to enjoy the madness that is March. How are you doing with that bracket?
Well, thank goodness that someone has finally decided to take over the reins of first place, because I think since game 1, your boy here has been riding in first place in the listener bracket challenge.
Really?
Until I got duped last week.
Thank God. You need to be brought down a peg.
Well, like, what's the point of doing these contests when I just win them all the time? I'm not going to take money out of our funds just to give back to myself. It's like, oh, okay, well, we're overdrawn on our budget. So where's the budget coming from? Well, it's coming from Chad. Chad, here's a prize. Oh, great. Thanks, Chad. And like that just doesn't work.
Those of you that don't know us personally, and maybe some of this comes through in listening to us for 5 years, Chad is playing on a brilliant bit right now, where this is what Chad's MO to join every fantasy football league, every bracket challenge, somehow find his way to the top or near the top, and then he's insufferable for the next 16 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
This is brilliant what you're doing. You are triggering me with this bet. Well done, Doc. Well done.
I do think there's still a way I can win this thing, but it's going to take everything to go right. But fortunately, someone else is going to win. We said just a prize. I don't think we came up with a prize for the tournament challenge. So we'll have to figure out something for our super secret group chat, which of course people get entered in when they participate in Secret Santa.
Absolutely.
Coming up right around the corner.
It really is. It's almost time to start prepping that one again.
God, we probably should.
Don't
I've got
joke.
enough boxes. You want me to save some of these damn things for next year?
Yeah, we probably should. You might as well. Oh, man.
Oh, gosh. All right. I have some shout outs from the
Please.
past week, and some of these have built up. I want to give a shout out to some people in the hobby who kind of suck. And I thought this would be a fun way to jump right into our show here. Dan, I want you to know that on Reddit, I don't even know how to approach this. I've got a list. How about that? I've got a list of 4 people who kind of suck. Yeah,
I
we need
figured
some
this is good music because you got to go
Yeah.
off on them.
Yeah, thank you. Person number 1 on Reddit. I saw a Salvador Perez logo man 101. Some idiot who doesn't even know who Salvador Perez is or what type of card he has. Oh, look at this card. Is this card good? It's like, yeah, the card's good, you idiot. So I'm hitting this guy up on the side, and he's like, what is it worth? And he asks everyone what it's worth. And people are telling him a certain number of dollars.
Yeah.
And he's excited. He's responding immediately, this user.
Yeah.
I hit him up on the side. I'm like, hey, are you willing to sell this thing? Like, I've got a buddy who I'd love to gift this card to. I will pay you 1.5 times what all these clowns in Reddit are telling you it's worth.
Yeah.
I hit him up 1 week. No response. Hit him up another week. He's still answering all the questions in the chat. Like, oh man, so cool. This card's worth so much. No response. After three tries over 3 separate weeks, the dude's completely ghosted me. I've offered him up to 2x what everyone told him that card was worth to get old Bright Lights, Big C, Kansas City, Dan Salvador Perez, Game Use 101, little patch. Nothing. So screw you to that seller, or not even a seller. Screw you to that guy on Reddit who just wants to know how much his card is worth, and apparently he's going to go sell it somewhere that isn't to me.
Yes.
Sorry, Dan.
Buy.
I tried.
Seller. Buy.
Yeah, that's what this should be called. Seller buy. Seller buy number 2. Crumbs from the owner. Gosh, should I say this on the air? I'm not going to say all the details. Our boy Depp is a collector of a certain player of note, former Jasmine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This seller has, Depp told us a story about how he tried to acquire this card to finish a rainbow at a card show. Depp told this seller how much he thought the card was worth because the guy had a price tag of like $800 or something on a sticker.
Yeah.
Depp tells him, hey, I'm trying to finish this rainbow. Like, this card's awesome. Let's see what I can do. And then the guy's like, oh, well, now the card's $2,000 for you, bud. He buds him.
Get the hell out of here.
Card showed up on eBay. The seller, buy, number 2, has consigned it through eBay to hide his identity. Your boy here has been trying to send him offers to get this card for Depp. And you know what? The guy just doesn't even respond to the offers. He won't even respond to him. I sent PSA a message. I'm like, hey, you got someone who's selling a card. They're not even responding to offers. They sent me a long message back. They're like, we try to encourage everyone who's consigning to make sure that they set appropriate limits on their buy it nows and their offers. And they're responding in a timely manner. Nope. I ran through all of my offers with this dude. No response, no nothing. So depths, 1 of 1.
Buy.
Seller, buy. Oh, here's another one. This one's good. This one got me all nice fired up. I won't be this angry the whole time, I don't think.
Oh, this is fantastic. I could take 60 more minutes of this.
Well, great, because here's some serious shit. Last
Number
week,
3.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. You may recall in last week's episode, I talked about some cards that I wanted to buy. One of those cards I wanted to buy was a John Elway Ruby Rube PSA 7, card number 7.
On this, I was pushing this one hard.
You were. And so I was going to go buy this thing. Where is it? There it is. Can you see it? You see what it sold for? $3,100.
Oh my God.
I kind of tapped out at like $2,500 because the PSA 8 sold for like $2,000. So you think, Chad, this is someone who bought this card. I thought this was seller buy segment. Well, let me show you something. You see when this card was sold? You may not be able to read it because you can't read small print. Oh, yeah, good job. Have you had an eye exam lately? You get a little work done or something?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to carry this over to you because you're going to see how upset I am right now. March 29th, $3,120 that card sold for. Oh, yeah. Guess what's up on Fanatics Buy It Now, right now?
Oh, get the hell out of here.
You want to tell people what you're seeing?
The exact same card for 3 times the price? 2 times the price?
2 times the price. $6,000. Buy it now. This is what ruins the hobby. This is what ruins collectors from wanting to collect. Like, are you kidding me? This guy's clearly not an Elway fan. He's not a Broncos fan. He's just trying to make more money.
Right. No, that's insane. That's absurd. It's greedy. It sucks. This is what sucks about the hobby and all the investabras.
And I will tease this as part of our final segment with card shows. I just gave an example how Depp's seller was at a card show and kind of screwed him over on the card. But I will say that it seems as though when people are face-to-face, they tend to be less douchey and do less douchey things when they are face-to-face, as opposed to hiding behind a seller platform where you don't even know who the user is. Yeah. And so seeing this type of interaction really made me think, you know what? I want to go pursue some card shows. So that's why we're going to talk about that here coming up here in just a minute. So this seller, whoever you are, buy. Lastly, we're just going to throw this as a quick aside. Mysticata, right before our show tonight, I'm not going to say what the card was because he's still working this out. He bought a very big card from a very big consignor, and the card came beat to hell and clearly not what the photo showed. I don't know. I hope he either gets his money back and gets to keep the card. It's a tragic case. You don't hear of many of these things happening, but when they do, the seller, awful. So seller, buy.
And if they don't make it right, you will hear more from us on a future episode.
It's going to be every episode till we just quit the show.
That's exactly right. or until we're sued into stopping.
Yes, exactly. All right, that's the seller buy announcement segment. Ricky, one last thing before we start to get into our weekly anecdotes.
Yeah.
We have a piece of business. So those were the announcements. Now we move to business. You see what I got in the show notes here?
What do you have?
Well, you and I started the parameters of a bet last week about who would reach 50 wins first in baseball, Dodgers or Tigers.
Yeah, interesting.
We did give a shout out for listener feedback, of which we received nothing of note that I recall.
That's a bummer.
Ricky, are we finalized in the loser?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
What
here?
the loser has to do? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was Power Hour.
Oh.
Or at least we can think about it for another week.
Your ass better call somebody.
You think I wasn't ready? Do you think I wasn't ready for this bet heading into tonight?
You got me. You got me good.
We're going to open up this Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, he's holding up the Money in the briefcase, who clearly, oh my God, he's got a manila envelope. Oh, no.
Now, we will review the contents of this briefcase.
This is the hard part when PTTF LLC has one attorney. Oh my God, that's like a full document.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
The Back to the Future podcast 2026 baseball bet. This contract formalizes the bet made between Back to the Future podcast legends, Doc Chad and Mr. Ricky E. Bay. The bet is whether the Detroit Tigers or Los Angeles Dodgers are the first Major League Baseball team to win 50 games in the 2026 regular season. If the Detroit Tigers are the first team to 50 wins, Ricky will be declared the winner. If the Los Angeles Dodgers are the first team to 50 wins, Chad will be declared the winner. The loser of this bet must receive the following consequences live on air during a taping of Pack to the Future podcast or PTTF Presents Sunday Night's Main Event. If Chad loses the bet, he'll participate in a power hour wherein he'll consume 1 shot of beer, 2 shots of beer, 3 shots of beer for every minute until he hits 60 minutes and 60 shots of beer.
Oh boy. Not for the faint of heart.
No, not at all. And if Ricky loses the bet, he will participate in a Monday Night Raw Mom's Home Cooking Del Taco Power Hour, wherein he will consume a minimum of 2 cheese quesadillas, 2 chocolate shakes, and 8 packets of Del Scorcho sauce. May the odds ever be in your favor. Dated this second day of April 2026. Both of our signatures are contained at the bottom there.
Perfect.
Oh, did you see that bottom part? Can you read that bottom corner? That's kind of hard to see. Can you read that out loud?
P.S. Hey, Chad.
Oh.
Yeah? No!
You? No. That is on the back of the contract. So you're boned.
More of that to come on Sunday night's main event, perhaps.
Yeah. See, it's bleeding, man. Before long, this is going to be 2 wrestling podcasts. If I have anything to say about it.
For everyone who just rolled their eyes, I'm gonna contain this man, but he's a force to be reckoned with.
You can't stop me. You can only hope to contain me.
Well, Ricky, I'm gonna give you permission to go ahead and sign that thing for me, given lack of proximity.
Thank you.
And yeah, I like that. I foresee that being a Secret Santa gift in the future as well.
Yeah, definitely. This is a document and show history.
That's good.
It will never be forgotten. Hey, while we're at it and making a little bit of a transition, when I work on our transition music, I want to give a huge shout out to our boy Boston Steve. If you notice, our boy Boston Steve joins us almost every single night the last several weeks after he's doing his show, Hoops Hobby Hangout. So I got to give him some love for joining us after a hard night's work himself. Thank you for hanging out with us. It makes a huge difference when we see all of our regulars and our bestest friends through this show. All right. Well,
appreciate it, Steve.
So this past week, you and I got into some. We each did some hobby stuff.
Oh yeah. We're big hobbyists, you know.
Some would say. Some might say.
All day, every day. Yeah.
You know, I covered a few weeks ago that my son hit a high-priced Pokemon card, was very excited. I was very excited to share in that moment with him, the fact that he ran to me and shared it with me first. The fact that he wanted to get it graded was really cool. I thought, hey, this is something we could bond over. So I set it up that I would take a couple cards of my own. I would take Carter's Pokemon card that he had hit, as well as an additional card he wanted graded. So 2 cards for him. And I even offered to grade his friends' cards that was with him that seemed super excited. And the friend showed up with 4 cards. Let's just say that. So 4 cards for the friend, 2 cards for Carter, 4 cards for Dad. And we're heading over to submit it overtime. Now, when you submit through our local card shop, they have an amazing program. It's super easy to do. I'll explain it all as I go through this. But you just show up in person, you drop off your cards, and they submit them as part of these bulk orders. I have to believe that with companies like Overtime that submit bulk like this, that they may get treated a little bit better. You may get your stuff a little bit sooner. And you and Chad and I have submitted through bulk submissions during the pandemic. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
And so it was really a kind of cool experience that they offer, and especially for someone like me. I know Chad's always been the one to submit my cards when we get them graded. It's not something that I'm super comfortable with the process, so it was really cool to have a place like Overtime that offers this service. They only offer it on Fridays, and from what I understand, there's a line out the door starting from before they open. It's a very popular program. They also offer Mr. Cruz's Collectibles, I believe. He will legally clean the cards. Like, he's not going to alter them. He's not going to wax them, but he'll wipe off your fingerprints. He'll do everything for $2 a card.
Not like Timmy's Cut Corners.
No, very, very much more reputable than Timmy's Cut Corners.
Yeah, good.
And so we had this planned out for like over a week, because Tim and I were in Wendover the Friday prior, and I take the afternoon off of work, and I'm starting to drive out to South Jordan, and I text my son and I say, "Hey, heading out to the shop. I'll see you over there." Then he responds, "Yeah, my friend can't go anymore, so I think you can just go alone."
Oh, what? No.
And let me just back up for just a half a second. I've recently been really bonding with my dad. The passing of my mom's really given me new outlook on things. And my dad and I were hanging out, and actually my dad, I believe, built his first Lego. We hung out and built a Lego together, and I got to ask him just questions and bond with him. But what was so cool in this moment is I got to say to him, "Hey, Dad, in 42 years, I've never told you this. Thank you for everything you did. I want you to know I recognized everything you did, and I didn't say thank you in the moment almost ever. But you were awesome, and all the little things you did to make my life happy. Thank you." And I would just encourage all of you that are grown children yourself, tell your parents that. We are huge assholes to them. And that's, I think, the parent-child dynamic. I think that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But now here I am in full circle getting it from my son. And so that was real fun when I dropped $41.75 per card. 6 cards that weren't even mine.
God, PSA, man. They're taking you.
It is. And, I'm sure you pay a little bit of an upcharge by going through Overtime, having them, prep everything, and you pay to help with the shipping and stuff. But I did submit 4 cards. I submitted a Miguel Cabrera 2023 Allen and Ginter stained glass mini. I've got a couple of these, and this is my only non-graded copy. These are limited, I think, to 25, maybe 20, but I think it's 25. They're not numbered themselves, but you can only get them from rip cards. So they're kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And kind of a transparent stained glass background. So one of the sub collections I've really grown to kind of love, and I'm excited to have that graded. I'm grading my 2020 Mosaic Flea Flicker Sanders Stafford Calvin Johnson blue parallel number to 15.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
That one had to be. I graded my 2022 Flawless Aiden Hutchinson RPA number to 20. We picked that up at the National last year, speaking of tees and card shows.
Yes, we did.
And then a 2022 Matt Stafford Kaboom that I've had, and I don't talk about it a whole lot. It doesn't come up in my collection a whole bunch, but I'm like, hey, Kabooms are big right now. Might as well get that bad boy graded.
Yeah, dude. If it comes back a nice grade, you could even, level up, so to speak, with a different card if you wanted to by selling that one if it comes back a nice grade.
That's my thought. And like, if my Barry Sanders Kabooms really spoke to me. My Stafford, obviously, like, I don't know why. I think maybe it's horizontal, but something about it just doesn't draw my attention quite as much. But I still enjoy it. It's still a Stafford Lions Kaboom. You can't complain about that. Don't get me wrong. But it'll be interesting to see how that comes back and how that plays out. Now, they did email me right away. with my receipt and as well as like an invoice number. They did tell me that they are working on submitting the PSA number. We are 6 days out. I do not have that PSA number, but it may take a week or two for that. I also, based on my mental math, I don't expect I'll get these cards back till about August. So it'll take a while. This was the cheapest option available.
Do you know, was it the 75 business day or the 45 business day?
75, I believe.
Okay.
It was the economy, I think.
Okay. Okay.
So I think it'll take a little while, but it'll be fun once we have them in the end of summer, maybe early fall.
No, it's the perfect time to submit these cards, Ricky, because I tell you what, like, you submit them now, you're going to wonder for a couple of weeks, like, gosh, these things aren't moving. And then things with summer and spring are going to pop up and you're going to completely forget about it.
Yeah.
And then just at the time that you least suspect it, those grades are going to pop up and it'll be like a nice, fun surprise for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited about that for sure. And the service I did was value. Sorry, not economy.
Okay.
Value.
It was value. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun experience. It's super easy. And I'll tell you, like, I've seen their shop real busy when they are taking these submissions. When I went in towards the end of the afternoon. I walked right in. Now, my timing was good. As soon as I walked in, like 3 people came in. So a line did develop, but I hit it perfect timing, no line.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just incredible. Like smooth. If there's someone there just taking all your information, they know what they're doing. They could answer any questions you have. It was a pretty cool experience. So for those of you local to Salt Lake or the Salt Lake, Utah area, hit up Overtime Cards and use their grading services. It was really cool experience. It's been cool so far. And they did tell me that we will have specific tracking numbers. So I will be able to track my specific cards at all stages in the process. So that'll be neat.
That is nice. And, you know, through PSA's website, the cost of value is $32.99 a card. But what you get is they register those into the right category. They pay for the shipping out there, and then you don't have to pay for that shipping coming back either. So
they do all that. The additional price also included cleaning the card. Like I say, $2 a card for that. And I'll say, like, I brought these cards in top loaders or one touches. I didn't have to have them all prepped in the I don't even know what they're called, the type of top loader that we use for the grading.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to prep it at all.
Since I've used one.
You
give me like a million of them. I'm feeling silly for blanking on the name, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I can picture it, but yeah, I just dropped the cards off. Didn't have to do a single thing, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that serves me. Maybe I come up with a bunch of PSA 5s, but I have a feeling that it'll work well. I just have a feeling.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And Card Saver 1 is what we were looking for there, Bob.
There you go. Thank you.
Saver
That was
1.
going to kill me.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a pretty good week. I'm sorry you went alone. Did you go? What was more?
Yeah, oddly enough, Junkie Tim also said, "Hey, do you want to go grade cards?" Which I didn't understand because I thought he sold all his cards. I guess he hasn't. And I said, "Tim, I'm on my way." I told him all day, this is when I'm going. I'll text you the second. I think it'll be about 3:00. I texted him at 3. I'm on my way. And he said, yeah, I'm having a late lunch with Mrs. Junkie. And sorry, I'm not sorry. So alone your boy went off into the night.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, brother.
I missed you, man. There's been a couple things like that. And then I keep getting invites. You know, my dad, through his connections with the Utah Booster Club, is getting a lot of invites for to go watch football practices, like exclusive invites. And then he just sent me an invite like this Saturday, I think, or the next Saturday. You can go watch go meet with Coach Scally and get autographs from all the players in like an exclusive meeting. And my dad's like, do you want to go? I'm not going. And I'm like, I have no one to go with. Like, so if you want to come home, like, that'd be cool. But we'll tell you a sad story of the week until we get you home.
Okay. So let's talk about this right here. So this is important. We're going to talk about it on the air because I feel like most people who listen to the show know us anyway.
Yeah.
So guess what they did with my work? I started work this week, and
What?
part of the reason and the gig that got me out here is they're like, hey, the brand new clinic that we're going to be opening up, like we're going to give you all the AI, all the technology. It's going to be essentially like Iron Man's flipping mansion at this clinic. And they said, and you won't have to work weekends, even though it's going to be open. So I get 3 days into the job and we're on a meeting and the clinic manager's like, hey, I've had a real hard time with the schedule. And my proposal is, Chad, you work every third Saturday. My face turns a different shade of red. But here's the conundrum. I like my 3-day weekends. As docs, we usually are 4 clinic days. At my old job, I had Fridays off, which made it nice. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At this place, they initially said, no, we don't want people taking off Monday or Friday because you get too many phone calls. So currently, my day off is Thursday. Total sando. Like, you got to go back to work for 1 day. Like, what does that do me? No, thank you. So when the new clinic opens up in July, here's where I need people's help. Option number 1, I say, no, I will not be working Saturdays. I did not move up here. It's not what I signed up for. You're not bait and switching me. I'm not going to do it. I'll keep Thursday off and then also have weekends off. You guys can go figure that out. Option 2 is she told me I could have Mondays off, but I would work every third Saturday. And the Saturday that I work, I also get Friday off, like the day before. So do I preserve the 3-day weekend, but every third Saturday I've got to work, or do I keep this Thursday off? Because then if I have a 3-day weekend, you know, for something that pops up on a Saturday, like I hit up clinic on Friday, you know, hit the airport's 20 minutes away.
Boom, bam.
Yeah, you know, then I could do that thing.
Boom, bam. You know,
Boom, bam.
I think you keep the long weekend. That's my vote, but let's see what the animals think.
Yeah, I really want people's feedback on that one, especially for people who work weekends.
Definitely.
Oh, stethoscope update.
Yeah.
We have a question about that in the chat. No, I didn't find it. It's definitely in a pod. And I had to order one off Amazon, but like we can't have Amazon ship here because Amazon doesn't recognize our address. So we had to have it shipped to our only friends that we have up here. And I got old Trusty here.
Oh my God.
Still even has the little sticker on it. Yeah, I had to get a new
my
stethoscope,
God.
'cause I don't know
We
what
all
it is.
thought that you went to an official doctor store for that kind of shit. Nope.
Oh no,
Amazon.
it's a Littman. It's a Littman 3. The Littman Classic 3. I mean that's standard. That's a good one for sure.
All right.
We're getting some early votes for the 3-day weekend. I want to remind you people that I would have to work that every third Saturday. So just as we know. Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. Oh, the question I was about to ask you. What was more awkward, walking into the card shop alone or when you had to walk into Taco Bell alone?
I mean, they were equal disappointment, but with Taco Bell, I knew the end was near. So I guess that was a little less bad. I knew I'd be essing my brains out to my death shortly thereafter. So I knew there'd be sweet relief to this hell that is my life.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it's bad. All right. Let's move along. I'm going to give some updates on my week, and then I promise you guys we are going to get into some sweet card show data, and we're going to have good discussion. So,
yeah.
I did go to a card show last weekend, but Ricky, I teased a mail day. You know, I talked about the eBay versus going offline and purchasing, and I did make a purchase off of eBay last week. Shout out to Red Rifle Sports Cards, who's a big Broncos collector. And had a card come in the mail. It showed up. It's card number 1 out of 20 from 2013 Top Supreme. Take a look.
Ooh.
What do you think of that bad boy?
Big boy.
Yeah, it's a Peyton Manning, John Elway dual auto. And it's gold everywhere. Super shiny. Horizontal card. But, man, I thought that one looked so damn cool. I just bought it immediately.
And like, it's cool as a Broncos fan that they are in 2 different jerseys too.
I like it.
I'll be honest, I can't. And listen, don't take this personal. I can't stand the Detroit Tigers orange either. I can't stand the Broncos orange. It's hideous.
Oh, that's the orange that pops, baby.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like you know, that's just how, and it's nothing personal. Like I say, I hate the Tigers orange too. But I love that they have the same uniform and that they are one navy, one orange. So you get kind of a mix and match.
So you don't like the Broncos uniform. Thank
Well,
you.
the old Broncos
Um,
orange, though, ironically, I'm all in on.
But hold on, hang on. You don't like that card because of the Broncos orange. I showed it
Yeah.
to Sarah. You know, it comes in the mail. We're sitting on the couch. I've got something up on. I think I'm watching wrestling. She's playing on her iPad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, like, look at this card. Like, look how cool it is. She's still playing. She glances over. You know, she's playing on her iPad. She turns back to her iPad and she looks over and she reaches over with her arm and she just goes, stickers. Thumbs down. She just gave me a straight thumbs down and went about her business.
You can't win for trying.
Nope. So
Can't
there was
catch a
my
break.
mail day. All right. Let's talk about card shows. Ricky, I went to a card show and I went without you.
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
That's all right.
Throughout my ridiculous pleas for friendship in the Pacific Northwest over the last couple of weeks, I did have someone who reached out to us on Instagram. I'll just give his first name. It's Nathaniel, and someone who I hadn't recalled. You know, I'm much better as a visual person than just trying to remember names. I had not recalled interacting with him much over the years, but a few weeks back, he's like, hey, when you get up here, we got some shows in Portland. You know, if you want to come out, let's do it. And he hit me up last Friday. He said, hey, the show's going on. Do you want to go? I said, why not? Like, let's do it. Let's go ahead and make this happen. And so I took a gamble. I told Sarah, I'm like, hey, I'm going to Portland. I'm going to go meet up with someone who I've never hung out with before and going to a card show. I'll turn on my location. And if anything happens to me, Ricky knows what to do with my cards. But I will say this card show, met up with Nathaniel. He was there, like, kind of waiting for me to show me around right as I got there, which was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Nathaniel. He's a nurse. He works like for the county jail. And I think he works on like every other Saturday or something like that too. But
Hey.
this was a pretty cool little show. It took place, Ricky, you're going to love this. It took place in a mall that is like 90% abandoned.
Okay.
It still has an operating ice rink in the middle of it for this
All
indoor
right.
mall, which makes no sense. But dude, it looked exactly like the old Cottonwood Mall in Salt Lake City.
Oh, I miss the Cottonwood Mall. God, I miss the
It
Cottonwood
had
Mall.
like the couple of floors, like the narrow alley. It had like the overhead. They were like skylights that kind of came in and it
Yeah.
was rounded on one end. I got super nostalgic right as I walked in there.
That's amazing.
And the show itself, which I won't go into in too much detail, but it does go on several times a year. And it might even be a couple times a month in the Portland area. You
Wow.
can find out information for that, I'm sure, on our website, pttfpodcast.com, under that card show calendar. But a lot of tables. I would say probably double the number of tables that we get with the classic card show down in Salt Lake. 80%, now maybe 75% were Pokemon. And those
Really?
tables sometimes were 2 and 3 deep with people.
That's insane. It's the new hot thing right now, man. I'm telling
Dude, it
you.
is absurd how much Pokemon was there. But there was a decent amount of sports cards there too. There was one table of this guy who just nonstop rips Leaf Pop Century. He just rips it all.
Oh,
all
really?
of it. And dude, he had so many wrestling cards. He had Harry Potter cards of like Voldemort and I can never remember her name. Bellatrix Lestrange. Thank you, Sarah. It was a dual auto of their characters. There was a Mick Foley that I was like texting you mad about. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we have a Mick Foley signature. You're like, yeah, jackass. We met him like 5 years ago. Or probably 10 years ago. At this
We
point.
had a moment with him. It was 10 years ago. It was almost exactly 10 years ago.
Was it really?
Yeah. How insane is that?
But I picked up a couple of things. There was a little mini Dodger table, and I came across some cards that I did not know existed. And as a preface to this, I will note that the morning of the card show, Sarah and I go out walking. There's a little park right by us, and we joke. 'Cause there's a lot of fog in the morning. We're like, gosh, it looks like a Bob Ross painting out here with like fluffy little trees in the background and the fog.
Hell yeah.
So then I go to this card show, in Topps in 2025 had this Bob Ross collaboration, RIP, and they have these Dodger Topps Bob Ross cards.
So cool. So
So-
damn cool.
This one is a Roki Sasaki rookie card of him pitching, and then the background it's like this purple wave, just a happy little wave.
That's incredible.
So I got the Roki, but I also got Clayton Kershaw. Both of these are graded PSA 10s, and just a nice dark blue, with the sun that's set and the clouds coming in.
That is so cool. I think that's really, really, really cool.
So I had a couple of those pickups. The card show itself was a ton of fun. Probably spent an hour there. Most of the time I was sending you photos of cards like, by God, look at this. Interestingly, some other cards of note that our listeners will find intriguing. There's a triple basketball card where the center is Dr. J, and that Wax Museum Kyle had all three players sign the card, with the last one being Dr. J, that he had like very small inscribe Dr. J and like signed his autograph. The guy had that card that was signed by Dr. J, so that was pretty cool. Lots
That's
of
so
fun
cool.
90s basketball cards that were there as well. I almost bought a Jordan EX 2001 card that I thought looked pretty cool.
Those are
And
fun.
it almost got my basketball juices flowing again, just a little bit.
Damn.
So with that, and the card show was great. Nathaniel, you're awesome. Thanks for, inviting me out and pulling me out. We're going to go do it again at some point. But it got me thinking, and this is going to be like a little teaser for people before we get into our card shows, which I promise we're going to do, and we're going to do here in just a second. Is this once a month? I'm going to float this by. Usually Rick and I do this via text, but here's a little fun to pull back the curtain. My thought is once a month, we pick a set from the 90s basketball, like the era that we collected, kind of like we do on the wrestling show.
Okay.
And that show, our main event, is to discuss it like it's a re-release. We do nostalgic events from that month that it came out, like this week in history of the show, and we take ourselves back to the future of when that set came out, and we
Back to the
re-release it.
future.
I screwed that up. It was right there.
Yeah, one job. That's excellent.
Damn it.
I think that's a wonderful idea. We've had wild success with it in the Sunday night main event. I don't see why we wouldn't bring it here.
Yeah. All right. So there's the card show. There's the thoughts. He also told me he misses basketball talk on here. He's not the only person who has reached out to me and told me that they miss basketball talk. We're not going to cover modern basketball as of right now because modern basketball
Sucks.
yeah, it sucks. But we can go back to the future with that. And so
Yeah.
if that's something that you want to hear, maybe once a month or so, you let us know.
Don't worry. The Jazz are going to be good again next year, and we'll be talking basketball nonstop. Hey, by the way, I heard something between our wives.
Yeah.
Who's your NHL team?
Oh, Utah Mammoth, baby.
And is there a second?
No, I don't have a second.
There's no room for it because your wife's telling my wife that you've switched to the Kraken.
Oh,
the Crackalack.
Yeah, I also showed her like this glorious dual autograph, and she didn't even bother to look at me, and she just gave a thumbs down.
All right,
Also, I'm
need to
playing
confirm.
2K26 WWE here a week ago. And I'm doing the CM Punk storyline. John Cena just whooping my ass time after time after time. I just can't get it. It's like 10:30. Dude, I'm up at 10:30 at night trying to beat this guy. And the last time John Cena's music hits again, and I look over at her, I'm so frustrated. She doesn't even look up. She just does this. She hits me with, "You can't see me."
My remote would go through the wall. I've already been in at least one fight with Mrs. eBay because she talked to me, had the nerve to talk to me when I was getting my ass handed to me by the Undertaker. Like, and I'm just like, do you not see what's going on over here?
It's real
10 out of
serious
11
stuff.
requirements, and I can't beat him because you won't stop talking to me. It didn't really quite go like that.
Yeah.
Summary.
No, shout out to Mrs. Doc. Her troll game has gone up exponentially since we've been out here. And
she knows
yeah,
what
so
she's
no,
doing.
I don't have a secondary hockey team.
Good to hear that.
That's rubbish. Rubbish. I've
All
never had
right.
second team.
Had a kid. I don't know.
Never.
I have to tell you, after I just gave you all that crap, I'm really struggling not to have a new favorite AFC football team.
The
And
Broncos.
that would be the Tennessee Titans, because they listen to me and they change their uniforms, and they're amazing.
You're a boob.
I am a boob. All right. What do we got up next? We're going to look at
we're going to go to the main event, baby. Tee up some transition music because, Ricky, we are getting on to the main event. We appreciate everyone sticking around with us. We're going to talk about some card shows coming up right after this lovely musical interlude.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what we got going on here. You know, we can go dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
It is a decision-making show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a big one.
Is.
Okay, so let me tee this up a little more as that music runs, which I think is perfect for this. What we are going to do in this next segment is discuss 1, 2, 3, 4 card shows that we as a Pack to the Future podcast community have deemed worthy of our possible group attendance this summer. I put out an ask through social media, Instagram at Pack to the Future podcast, to ask you to tell us where you are going and where you would like to see the group go. And so what we are going to do is break down 4 card shows. We are going to tell you the travel logistics, the good, the bad, the ugly of getting there, the hotel accommodations that you need to think about that make the show either easy or a royal pain in the ass to attend, roughly how many card tables of sellers each of these shows will have, things to do outside of the show to keep you entertained and make it worth your money, the dates of the show, and of course, overall, Ricky and I are going to give our opinion of, hey, is this something that's a serious contender that your two guys might go to and attend? Now, before we jump right into that, Ricky, my thought with this is why this is so important. It's not only to be able to see the cards, but also almost everyone has their own favorite card show memories.
Yeah.
Just quickly, do you have any that jump out to you?
You know, what jumps out to me are anything from, God, I have memories going with my dad. And back then when we would have some of the card, and they were more memorabilia shows, but including cards, you'd get like some stars. So that's where we got to meet Frank Thomas, Bart Starr, Andre Dawson, get their autographs. That was a lot of fun. Fast forwarding to later years with my cousin and getting some of these older basketball cards that I found in my brother's junk box. And it's like he's got some really old cards that he doesn't realize, but I remember us buying them at these card shows and thinking, hey, we're buying cards from like the 1900s. Like it felt so old, these cards, right? Because they were before we were born. Yeah. Fast forward to us, you and I and Junkie selling at the mall and the great shark attack of 2019 or 2021 or whenever it was. That was amazing. All the way to the National, man. I mean, the National just blew my mind. I've never seen anything so big. I had such an amazing experience, and the best part of the National experience is we've kind of highlighted here, and the focus of this is getting to hang out with friends in the hobby. And we've been lucky enough to make a lot of good friends through the show, and getting to hang out with them in the evenings was my favorite part every single night. Getting to go out to go grab a burger and shakes was my favorite part. And just the camaraderie and bull crapping while hanging out at the end of the night. I didn't care if I sold cards, traded cards. I just wanted to hang out. It was a great time. So that to me are the best parts of a card show, and what drives me to want to find a new one for us to attend. And it is important to me that we have a number of friends of the program. Otherwise, it's just not quite worth it for me.
Well, they did weigh in, and Ricky, that answer is absolutely perfect. You know, we had a number of people who did reach out to us through social media, and I want to go through some of those now. Nebrolian, our boy Hugo, was the first to reach out and said, hey, take a look at the Midwest Monster.
He's making a little bit of a comeback, my boy Hugo.
Don't call it comeback. He's never gone. But yeah, he's coming back. This is a show in Indiana. He said, hey, you know, Kyle and I think, are going to attend this thing. We got a message from Kenny who said, gosh, you know, I'm looking at National, but I'm a little bit worried that maybe other people aren't going to be able to make it there.
Yeah.
We had a couple of votes for West Coast Card Show through sports card photographer Brian, and then Hoops Hobby Hangout as well. Both said, hey, West Coast Card Show, come take a look. And then lastly, we had Miss Takata said, gosh, is Dallas completely out of the picture? Dallas Card Show here. So that's what we're going to take a look at. We're going to run through those 4. And we're scattered, but let's deep dive into them. Ricky, I want you to lead us off, if you don't mind. We're going to start with the Midwest Monster in Fairfield. Fairfield? It's in Indiana. So, Ricky, tell us about it.
So for the Midwest Monster, travel-wise, you're looking at the nearest airport being in Indianapolis International, which is 30 miles away from the site of the card show.
Okay.
It doesn't appear that there's any hotels connecting to the card show like we have set up in the Chicago National, but it is near a freeway and appears that there are hotels in the nearby vicinity. There are 450 total tables expected at this card show. Outside of the show, what is there to do? Nothing. It's Indiana. Just kidding. We can go tip some cows.
Yes.
It's also haunted as you know what.
That's what they're saying. A lot of people are saying it.
Yeah, and if not, we can just tip more cows. I have no doubt that we can convince Kyle to show us all of his Pacers patches. Oh, dude. Oh man, no. I need Kyle to move back to Indiana, where his heart is, so that I need to get into his house. I need to see inside that vault that is the Kyle household.
It's the Scrooge McDuck of every card imaginable.
Exactly. And things that you didn't even know that you needed, I guarantee you're in there. The show dates, we're looking at June 5th to the 6th. From 12 to 7 p.m. on Friday, 10 to 5 p.m. on Saturday. $10 admission and a $25 VIP entrance 1 hour early. So much cheaper than the National.
Indeed.
Price-wise.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. So you're looking at, I don't know, a smaller show, but not necessarily small show.
Right.
You're going to struggle, I think, to find in Chicago, we had the WNBA games, I think, going on. We had baseball games going on. There's all sorts of big city events going on. I bet there's something fun to do in the vicinity, but nothing, no big sporting events, no big things that come to mind. I guarantee there's something fun in there, though, if we research this a little bit more.
And so I've never been to this show like I have to these others. However, I watched some YouTube videos today just to get a feel for what it's like. And it is in a gymnasium. Like you are straight up walking on the basketball court through this thing. So you're not going to get the big productions that you're going to see with these massive booths that you'd see at the National or West Coast Card Show. But there were a fair number of tables. Like the videos that I watched today did not look to be incredibly busy, so it looked like people could kind of move in and out. I don't know what the parking situation is like to get into there. I think for me, that given the lack of the hotel, the little bit of drive from the airport, I think the only thing that would drive me there, Ricky, and maybe it casts our final vote, is just if we get enough people to go to that would be like the one thing.
That will be one of the largest factors in my decision.
So, all right. Well, are we ready to move on from that one?
Yeah, we can go hobgoblin with stacking slabs.
Dude, Stacking Slabs, Brett and his football card podcast. Love that football card podcast.
And I love hobgoblin.
Number 2, let's go over.
He corrected it later.
To one of my old haunts, and that is the Dallas Card Show. So the Dallas Card Show is one that I am very familiar with and have been a couple of times. This show is located in Allen, Texas, which is about 30 miles northeast of Dallas-Fort Worth.
Okay.
This show is located in the conference room of a Marriott. So there are discounted rooms through the Marriott. You simply go down the elevator, you walk 100 feet, and you're right in the show. So the accommodations in that regard are very nice. Now, through this website, you can see that the Dallas Card Show has actually expanded to several different states. They host this card show a few times per year, but the one that we're going to be taking a look at for the summer months, July 16th through 19th. But also, as I mentioned, May, September, and November as well. Number of tables, I don't see a number on here. I don't know if I just said this, but traditionally you're looking at 500 to 700 tables, so a few more than the Midwest Monster.
Okay.
I seem to recall, it's been a couple of years since I've been there, but a large amount of that are sports cards as opposed to Pokemon. But again, I have not attended it in probably 2 years since I was last there. There are not a ton of things immediately next door to the convention center, but there are some nearby restaurants, and you can certainly get a variety of things door-dashed to you. And that makes it fun. There is a trade night that occurs on Saturday night. Once upon a time, I raved that this trade night was like the mecca of hobby hangout. But the last time I was there, they had it in smaller breakout rooms and just like in the hallways. It was so cramped. It was so crowded. I did not have a good time at that trade night at all. And I left. And so that part for me, maybe not as great. The cost, $15 for general admission, $90 for VIP, which gets you early access. Dallas Card Show, boy, that hotel right there sure is nice. And there are some things, if you're willing to rent a car or take an Uber that you can travel to. We talked about how we went to the JFK Museum one year when we tricked Kyle into getting into the wrong car in the gas station. One of the highlights of my life. One of the best stunts I've ever pulled off. And so that's there as well. Dallas Card Show is always a strong offering, and I think should be one that we should consider. Even in the middle of July.
I agree. And you have, the Rangers baseball in the summer months.
Right.
If you get into September, November, I mean, now you're talking football, and you got TCU, you got Texas if you want to travel just an hour and a half. All sorts of interesting possibilities. So, I got to say, this card show probably speaks to me a little bit more than the Midwest Monster. Again, that could change based on consensus of friends of this program, but that's where I'm leaning. I like Dallas a little bit more.
I have 2 dates that could be problems for me, Ricky. The Midwest Monster is on my wedding anniversary. And
she'll understand.
I mean, if there's too many more, you can't see me's or thumbs down, maybe we don't have to worry about that. And then with Dallas, that new clinic of mine is supposed to open, I think, the week of this Dallas Card Show.
Oh, no.
Which might make that a little bit tricky for me. But I think that's about all I have to say for Dallas for now.
Okay. Well, in Dallas, I'll tell you, if you're looking at dates, we're going to struggle more with the Dallas, or no, we're not. Sorry, I take that back. I'm going to shut up. We're going to struggle with the National and the potential birthday plan you've thrown out.
It's going to be a wrinkle, and we're going to talk about that at the very end. Boston Steve coming out saying, hey, a mid-July Dallas show could work very well on his end. I know Mr. Cott is the one who proposed Dallas.
Hey.
So, maybe work out some things.
Maybe your wife needs to get over it. Just turn around and just say, just get over it. See how that goes.
The Dallas show was for the new clinic. But hey, it's been postponed so many times, like the opening of it. So who knows if it's actually going to be open that week? Maybe we just bank on it not opening.
Tell your job to get over it. Tell your boss.
Hey, it looks like WNBA game on during the times of Dallas Card Show, which I know will appeal to a good chunk of our listeners.
I completely forgot about that. Absolutely. WNBA is going to be big there. And that we had a number of listeners go to a Chicago game when we were up in Chicago. I wouldn't mind. I would absolutely go with some of our listeners. The women can hoop lately, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about that, but very fun. All right. Next, we've got the National Sports Card Sports Collectors Convention. you're looking at Chicago, Illinois, and you are looking at um, you're within 5 miles of the Chicago airport, O'Hare Airport International. Um, Incredibly convenient between the card show and the airport. The hardest thing is just trying to get in and out of all the crowds around the convention center.
Yes.
Hotel accommodations. This has been the sticking point this year and what's kind of caused this ongoing discussion. In the past, we've stayed in the hotels that have bridgeways connected to the convention center, so you don't need to leave the building, frankly, to get from your room to the convention. That was a key component for us, given how big this convention is, given how much walking there is, that there's not a ton of spots to sit down and take a break. None of those hotels are opening up. We think they're saving them all for the breakers and those connected to fanatics who must own this show at this point. The nearest hotel available is 2.5 miles away. That's a problem. You'd think, hey, 2.5 miles, that's no big deal. That's a quick lift. The problem is you've never seen crowds like you have around the National. I mean, it's akin to a Super Bowl crowd. It's akin to a championship game crowd, a huge sporting event you've been to. You cannot get in and out of this area easily. It is very hot and humid, and if you are carrying a bunch of cards, you don't want to be walking large distances.
Miserable.
And Chad's just pulling up some of the hotels. They're not even necessarily cheap hotels at that distance. So it's not like you're saving a decent amount of money. Now, the number of tables... Oh, go ahead.
The corruption's real. Like you hinted, there may be corruption. I am on the record. 100% real.
Oh, I
100%.
firmly believe it. 100% believe it, too.
Yeah. Okay. Want to make sure we got that in there.
Yeah, please. That is by far the largest number of tables of the shows that we would go to. It's not even close. There's a ton to do in Chicago. We had a great time eating out. There's all sorts of local restaurants to eat out at. My wife made me go to a place called, I think, Overwatch, and they have, it's a brunch place, and they just opened one here in Utah, and we've now had to go out here. It's a ton of fun. Tons of sporting events. Great city. Fantastic. But again, it's so crowded around this building, you really don't even want to leave the building area to go do something fun. And there's tons to do in that area. So I don't know, man. A lot of fun to do, but that hotel situation's a huge issue for me. And I think it'll be a huge issue for a lot of people. The show dates are July 29th to August 2nd. As I teased, that would interfere, I think it would come down to, if we chose the National, it would either be National or what we've discussed that will come up here in a minute, because they're just too close together.
For sure. Last piece I want to add on National, Ricky, just from my end.
Please.
I had a ton of fun hanging out at the Hyatt Regency trade night, but it was almost impossible to do that last year.
Yeah.
Because there were so many people there. Like, it was damn near impossible to unleash Mitchell from Brewer Baker podcast. Like the hidden character that just got unleashed that night.
Mitchell,
it almost didn't happen because of so many people. And I would suspect more of the same with that. But then again, the National, you're going to find cards that you may never see. It's easily the biggest show that's out there. I'm really torn on this one for sure.
I am too. Maybe if we can arrange for someone in the Omaha area to pick us up and drop us off at the front doors every day. You know who you are.
You want permanent hearing loss, and you can make that happen. All right, Ricky.
He did sell your tort, so he does owe you.
He'll take my hearing and they'll sell it to someone else. I'm going to close us off with the fourth and final card show to discuss. We're going to go to the West Coast for this one, for the West Coast Card Show. Now, this is one that I attended last year just for a day. Now, this show is located at the Anaheim Convention Center, immediately south of Disney California Adventure. For travel logistics, I think the nearest airport is John Wayne, which is SNA. It's about 15 miles or so away. Hotel accommodations are very easy. While there's nothing connected to a sky bridge, you are, within a stone's throw to both the Hilton and the Marriott. You walk outside and you're immediately inside of this card convention, which makes it incredibly nice. I could not find through their website how many tables they have, but I would liken it to about the main conference center area of the Dallas Card Show.
Okay.
So my guess, it's just a guess, is going to be 500 tables. I would say 10 to 20%, which they had completely sectioned off, was Pokemon.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Plenty to do outside. I mean, there's restaurants everywhere. Of course, Disneyland's right there. And Ricky, we go this one. Don't say what the club is. Maybe we go clubbing. Maybe you and I go clubbing.
Maybe we go clubbing. And how cool would it be to have a bunch of the friends of this show on Guardians of the Galaxy?
Dude, that would be cool.
That would, holding up our favorite cards in the photo.
And if we do go clubbing, we have like an Olympics for our listeners where the winner, we get one person who comes clubbing with us.
Yes. Yes. And it has to be Beast Game style elimination.
That could be pretty fun.
That could be really fun.
The show is very nice. Inside of there, like there are some food trucks that were right outside. It's very well air conditioned. It was not busy at all when I went last time. Now, granted, it was the final few hours before it closed up, but everything that I saw is that it was easy to walk around inside of this thing. Very nice expo hall. The dates, July 16th through the 19th. Sound familiar? That's because it's the same dates of the Dallas Card Show, which makes that a little bit tricky. So a great show. It takes a little bit longer to get there. Easy hotel access, and
Boston Steve does make a good point. The Disney does add a significant additional cost.
It does. It definitely does.
But can you put a price on happiness? No, you cannot.
If we end up going to this one and like you love Disney and you can't afford to do it, hit us up and we will make you kill yourself in order to get access to Disneyland, but we will make that happen.
We will make your dream come true.
Talk to Ricky about that one. All right, so those are the four that we had. Should we talk about the wrench before we try and kind of figure this out?
I think we should because, I think that this needs to be publicly known in case others want to join us. What if we have enough friends that want to join us for this last option? It might throw card shows out the window. That could be a problem.
Could be a problem. So here's my thought. Should I tell the people? Where I live.
Bitch.
What's that?
You are a son of a bitch. I was positive I would not be visiting you anytime in the next year.
I'm no fool, Ricky.
And then you pulled this crap.
I'm no fool. So
and I turned to Kyla and I said, God damn him.
I know how to tailor to people. So Portland Airport's about 15 minutes from my house. Maybe 20. North. 17 minutes from this very seat is Casino. Very nice casino. It's smoke-free. It's brand new. Flow Ride is playing later this month up there. Got a very nice concert hall.
Luxury sports book.
Luxury sports book. Oh, it's definitely like this thing is top of the line. It is very classy inside of there. Michael Jordan Steakhouse. They've got a seafood restaurant in there. They have Smash Burger, which they have like the little fast food places. That's why I hit you up that one day. Like, Ricky, do you like Smash Burger? Took a photo of that, sent it to you. Mm-hmm. So the proposal is the dudes fly in on a Monday. We go up, stay at Casino Monday night because it's also a hotel. Tuesday, we take the 2.5-hour lovely drive that time of year, right up the I-5 up to Seattle. And, by the way, when is this happening, you might ask? In August, over Mr. eBay's birthday.
National holiday.
And why are we going to Seattle? to see a 3-game series between the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers.
You bastard.
The Thursday game is an afternoon game. So it's like, oh, what do you do? What do you do afterwards? Like, Ricky wants to be able to get home. I think this. And I think to myself, how do we get Ricky home as fast as we can? Do we drive all the way back to Portland and then fly him home? No. Fly him home out of Seattle. Boom. He's on a plane. He's in his bed that Thursday night.
Seattle. Bye.
Bye.
God damn it. And it pisses me off because as a kid, there was a short spurt. I think many people, how everyone seems like cheered for the Charlotte Hornets at some point in your childhood. Like you loved the teal and you had something Hornets. I don't know if that applied to you. It certainly applied to me. Same with the Mariners. Like you had to, like when Griffey was there, you had to love the Mariners. And it's a team that I've loved in the past. I love their uniforms. I love their their baseball stadium. I've never been, but it looks so cool, and I've heard so many great things about it. I've always wanted to see it. One of the best WrestleManias of all time took place there. It's the Tigers, baby. Scoobs. Probably my last chance to see Scoobs.
Yeah.
As a Tiger.
Verlander.
Verlander's back.
Verlander,
baby.
man.
So, I told Mrs. eBay, and her response was, let's do it. No hesitation. So we're going to have to figure out which of these card shows we're doing or whether we're making that one happen. Because
do you think, honestly, it's one or the other?
Definitely I could not do national and then come out, I think back to back that's close would be a problem for me. I
so
think
what if you go a week earlier? What about mid-July?
Yeah, I think I could make that work.
So say
we're
we
selling
make it
my
work.
mom's house. I think I can make it work. I'm just
financial considerations matter on this, right? Like,
yeah, but
I know how you deal with stress, and I know it's through joking. I do the same thing. That's why we do this podcast. So
yeah.
I got you. Okay, so you and I are certainly going to continue to talk more about this Tiger trip because I think that has to happen. But if we have card shows, so like people in the chat, I think are pretty excited for the chance of traveling for a WNBA game. Some people are excited for Disney experience. Boston Steve says experience Disney.
And you do have the Sparks in LA for WNBA. Let's not forget that.
It's true. It's a little bit of a drive. I don't know how far the drive is for Dallas Card Show.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess we can say we eliminate national. Like officially, let's start with the easiest thing is elimination.
Yeah.
I think we kind of have to.
Yeah, Nationals first to go. I'm sorry. Been there, done that. Chicago, we'll see you next year in Detroit when it really matters. And we can go see the Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh, my. I think that the remaining 3 being Midwest Monster, Dallas, and West Coast Card Show, even though I'd love to see Hugo and Kyle, I think the rest of the factors would have me put Midwest Monster at the bottom of that list.
Yep. I'm in the exact same boat. Here's where it gets interesting. I would prefer West Coast Card Show based on what to do in the vicinity.
Too. I know my mom wants to go to that one too. I'd love to go back to the show with her.
I question whether we're going to get as many friends of the show going to LA as we are Dallas.
I think proximity wise, we would probably get sports card photographer Brian and maybe Sat Kings, Joey, maybe.
I see Boston Steve toying with the idea of Dallas.
Yeah.
And where Boston Steve goes,
I know.
Mr. eBay goes.
I know, man.
We've got to convince Steve that he needs to be in LA.
Is there, Dallas does that show in October as well. Does that appeal to anyone, or is summertime?
You know what else is in October? Texas, Oklahoma in Dallas.
Is it really? Do you know the date of that? Do you want me to do some research here?
I can do it.
Carter says that West Coast Card Show's a no for him.
October 10th.
Okay. This is tricky, man. These things are hard to figure out. And you know what? I lied. The Dallas Card Show was September and November. Boston Steve says Dallas to LA is about the same for him. Long fight regardless.
Maybe he's not as out on LA as we originally thought. And I would hate to lose Carter, but Carter's also a problem, if we're being honest.
Carter is a great, he is a problem. Like
we need
financial wise, he is a problem. Shirt wise, you know,
not
for
a
the
problem.
For the for the truthers who truly like to wear a shirt, like he's a problem for them.
Oh yeah, he's a huge problem for them. For my people, the shirtless, the pop the top crew, he is not a problem.
Not a problem.
You know what I think? I think we need a poll between these two shows.
Okay.
We need to know more. We need more volume of input, I think.
I like it. Okay. Well, let's give people some time to digest what we said. Maybe they throw out some things that we did not think about over to us on Instagram at Pack to the Future Podcast, or on email, if that's your jam, at packtothefuturepodcast@gmail.com. Depending on how many of you heathens are out there, I think there could be some fun experiences to be had at West Coast Card Show.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. And we need to get a big group together, because that, I'm telling you, it is the most fun experience ever. And if you're on the fence about it and not sure and or shy, seriously consider reaching out to us. You won't regret it. Vote on this poll. Participate. It is such an easygoing group of guys and so much fun.
I mean, Carter says, what if we just start our own card show? Yeah, but where are we going to put it?
Yeah, we'd have the same fight.
We put it on the moon, maybe. Oh, Omaha.
Dude.
Dan could do it.
Dude. Do we do a card show in Dan's bakery? We just show up with bunches of tables, fill up the entire, there's no walking room.
And we will put this threat out here, because we have talked about this on more than one occasion. Ricky and I have threatened to each other to show up in Dan's bakery and just set up the podcast equipment one day, not tell him, and podcast from the bakery.
Let's go. Just get up and go until we're forcibly removed.
I don't know if you're team bread or team pastry, but us here, Pack to the Future Podcast, firmly team pastry.
Oh yeah, clearly. Oh, yeah. We've always said that.
All right, so that's an hour and a half show. Hopefully it was worth it for you guys to hear some of our thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going. We probably do need to make a decision from my timeline so I can get some days off at work to make this happen, but reach out to us, and to be continued.
All right. Well, it's been another fun show for Chad. I'm the old Chad's friend, Nathaniel, wishing all of you a one of one night.
I don't know why. That was a good one.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, I do think that it's important that we take into consideration Dan's preference. And the reason is that